QPSK modulator or the transmitter side of the QPSK. Okay? So this time, I am going to discuss and also we already discussed the bandwidth considerations of for PSK, QPSK. Okay? So this time, we're going to analyze how are the input signals are being transmitted in the transmitter side of the QPSK. Buksan ko yung PowerPoint. Nakita na yung PowerPoint?
Yes po, sir.
Okay. Thanks. So dito na tayo sa QPSK receiver. Okay, listen. Makinig muna. Okay. So there are in QPSK, so there are four possible outputs combination or four possible resultant phasors combinations or four linear summer combinations. Okay? So ito 'yon. So this is one of the possible output. Okay, doon sa transmitter side. Okay? So this input ay papasok sa I channel. Okay, so nakita nyo. That is negative sign omega CT plus cosine omega CT. Okay, so ito siya. So that is the I channel. Then, using a product detector or product multiplier, so you are going to multiply that in its carrier recovery. So in this case, the carrier recovery is sine omega CT. Sine omega CT. So using the product detector or product multiplier, so magiging output ay product ni negative sine omega CT plus cosine omega CT, which is this one, multiplied by sine omega CT. Okay? Then, after passing the low pass filter, ang maging output daw po niya ay negative 1/2 volts or logic 0. Okay? So, later on, we're going to prove that. And sa Q channel naman, so ang ating input is negative sine omega CT plus cosine omega CT. Okay? So, yan yung possible output sa transmitter side. Then, this will be an input in our Q channel. Okay? So, using again the product detector or product multiplier. So, i-multiply natin siya sa cosine omega CT. Okay? So, remember, kapag po siya ay naka-positive 90, ang gagamitin po natin ay sine omega CT. Kapag po siya ay naka-negative 90, ang gagamitin po natin ay cosine omega CT. Okay? So, sa ay naka-phase shift na positive 90, kapag negative 90, siya ay magiging cosine. Ay, hindi pa na na-erase. Then, cosine omega CT multiplied by our input. So, that is negative sine omega CT plus cosine omega CT multiplied by cosine omega ct. Okay? So again, after passing the low pass filter, the output will be equal to negative positive 1/2 volt or logic 1. Hello, nagets po ba?
Pwede
Hello.
pong medyo paulit sir dun sa ano po, dun sa may carrier recovery, ano na po.
Ano?
Dun, nag-choppy po kasi kanina sa may sa akin, sir. Ay, dun po ba after nung low LPF po ba sa taas?
Oh,
Ay, yung process po sana, sir.
sa LPF?
Ako po yung after na po niya.
Oh. So after LPF, so we're going to prove that using the product modulator and its input and output sin omega ct, negative sin omega ct plus cosine omega ct, ang magiging output daw niya ay negative 1/2 volt. Sa kabila naman, magiging positive 1/2 volt. So mamaya, ipoprove natin siya.
Okay po, thank you po, sir.
Okay. Okay na? So, i-prove natin. Okay. So, the output of the eye product detector so doon sa I channel, equal daw kay saan? Negative sin omega ct plus cosine omega ct multiplied by sin omega ct. Okay? Then, i-simplify natin. So that is negative sin omega ct multiplied by sin omega ct is negative sin squared omega ct plus the product of cosine omega ct and sin omega ct. Okay? Then, using trigonometric identity, sin squared x is equal to 1 minus cosine squared x over 2 and cosine squared x is equal to 1 plus cosine 2x over 2. Okay? So, I is equal to negative. So, that is sine squared. So, this will be equal to negative 1/2 multiplied by 1 minus cosine 2 omega ct plus, again, we need to know the identity for product of cosine and sine, which is equal to 1/2 sine the sum of the angle omega c plus omega ct plus 1/2 sine and the difference of the angle, which is omega c minus omega c t. Okay? Nakakasabay pa?
Yes po. Yes.
How about the others?
Yes po, sir.
Okay. Then, what we're going to do is to distribute. So, this will be equal to negative 1/2 plus 1/2 cosine 2 omega ct plus 1/2 sine. So, omega c plus omega c, that is 2 omega ct plus, so what, sine of 0, so that is 1/2 sine 0. Okay? So, sine 0, that is automatically equal to 0. 1/2 cosine omega ct. So, that is always filtered out. Remember, when you see cosine 2 omega ct, so that is always filtered out. And sine 2 omega ct is equal to 0. How? We all know that omega c is equal to 2 pi f. And any value of sine 2 pi is equal to 0. Okay? So kahit maglagay tayo ng kahit anong value ng frequency dyan, wait lang. Okay? So kahit anong value ng frequency dyan, ilagay natin kahit 1, 2, 3, up to 1,000. So that is always 0. Because any factor multiplied by sine 2f is equal to 0. So ang sagot po pala ay is equal to negative 1/2 V or logic 0. Okay? So na-prove natin na tama yung nasa receiver side. Okay? Nagets mo ba?
Yes po.
Okay. So next, i-prove natin yung nasa baba. So the output of the Q product detector. So the output of the Q product detector based dun sa ating receiver is the product of negative sine omega ct plus cosine omega ct multiplied by cosine omega ct. Pag multiply lang natin, unahin lang po natin yung cosine. So this will be equal to cosine squared omega ct plus, so this will be equal to minus na. Minus sine omega ct cosine omega ct. Okay? So, based kanina sa ating trigonometric identity, cosine squared is equal to 1 plus cosine 2 omega ct over 2 minus, so again, product of sine and cosine, so that is minus 1/2 sine omega c plus omega c t minus 1/2 sine omega c minus omega c t. Okay. So, simplify natin. Q is equal to 1/2 plus 1/2 cosine 2 omega ct minus 1/2 sine 2 omega ct minus 1/2 sine 0. Okay? So sin 0, kapag pinindot natin sa calc is 0. Again, any factor of 2 pi is equal to 0. And again, cosine 2 omega ct is always filtered out. And ang natira po ay q is equal to 1/2 b or logic 1. Nagets po ba? Question? Question?
Sir, question po, sir. Bakit po kaya laging filtered out po yung cosine to the omega ct po?
Okay. So, di ba ano yung mga nakukuha nating angle? Sa QPSK, ano yung apat?
45. 45, 135. Negative 45, negative 135.
Oh, i-cosine mo yon. Nasagot. Hoy.
Sandali lang po, sir.
Zero po sir ang lumalabas.
Ano?
Zero po yung lumalabas.
Ano lumalabas? Parang
Ano po sir ang nalabas? Square root of 2 over 2.
Hmm?
Zero po sir yung lumalabas.
Oh, tama. Zero.
Sir, ang lalabas.
Mali yung pindot mo. Zero ang lumalabas. Kaya siya ay filtered out. Okay?
Thank you po, sir. Thank you po.
Okay, no problemo. Okay. So now we already know what are the possible outputs in the receiver side. So kayo pwede nyo i-test yung other output dun sa ating linear summer. Okay? So now we're going to move on to 8PSK. Ayan. Nakikita yung screen?
Yes po.
Yes po.
Okay. Okay, so during our last discussion, we tackled that in QPSK to be able to find the number of bits, so that the formula in finding the number of bits is n is equal to log 2m. Okay, so in 8PSK or 8 phase shift keying, the number of bits available is equal to 3. How? So that is log 2. M is the number of levels, conditions, or combinations, which in this case, 8. So N is equal to 3. Okay? So the number of bits necessary in an 8 QPSK, 8 PSK is 3. Okay? And it is called 8 PSK. Why? Because they are 8 possible combinations. So that is 2 cube is equal to 8. Okay? So there are 8 different phases. During QPSK, we already solved that there are 4 possible resultant phasors. And in 8 PSK, we now have 8 possible output resultant phasors. Okay? And in QPSK, we have called the combinations of binary sequence as di-bits. So in 8 PSK, we call them tri-bits. Okay? Why? Because we have the Q, I, and C, and we have 3 binary sequence. Okay? So it can be from 000, 001, up to 111. Okay? So, ang tawag po dyan ay tri-bits. Okay? Nakakasabay pa?
Opo.
Yes po.
Okay. Here, okay. So here, in the next slide, we're going to analyze how an 8 PSK transmitter works. Okay? So we have 3 channel. So in QPSK, we only have 2 channels, which is the Q and I. So in 8 PSK, nagpagupit. Pili ka merienda. Nagugutom na ako. Okay? So what are these QIC? Okay? So the Q stands for the quadrature bit. The I is the in-phase bit. C is the control bit. Okay? So we have 3 bits, namely the QIC. The Q stands for the quadrature bit. I is the in-phase bit. And the C is the control bit. Okay? So one of the things you need to remember is that the Q and I bits represents the polarity. Okay? So when it's logic 1, so that is positive polarity. So when it's logic 0, so that is negative polarity. And the C bit represents the magnitude of the signal. Okay? So when it's logic 1, its magnitude is 1.307 volt. And when it's logic 0, so its magnitude is 0.541 volt. Okay? Nakakasabay?
Yes po.
How about the others? Ano yung iba, tulog na?
Makakasabay naman po.
Makakasunod pa naman po, sir.
Okay, okay. So next thing is we need to analyze how the 8 PSK transmitter works. Okay? So remember that in 8 PSK we have 3 channels. Okay? The Q, I, and C. Okay? So what does here when an input signal entered the I channel, okay? Wait lang. And... Ay, sige, picturean nyo muna to. Picturean nyo. Tapos explain ko siya ng mas mabilis. I mean, mas madaling maiintindihan yung modulator. Sige, picturean nyo muna para makasabay kayo. Okay na? Napicture na?
Yes po, sir.
Okay. Stop share ko lamang. Okay. So we have three channels, which is the Q, I, and C. So the I channel, so here is the I channel. And the input, yung input sa I channel, dadaan yan sa digital to analog converter. Okay? As well as the Q channel, dadaan din siya sa digital to analog converter. Okay? Then itong C channel, ano yun? Aba, mali pa lang hinahawa ko. Okay. So this is your C channel and this your C not channel. Okay? So after this, so dadaan siya sa ang magiging output nito ay IC. So product lang ng Q channel and the C channel. So sa kabila, what's in Omega City? Okay? Dito naman sa baba, ang magiging output ay QC not. Okay? Then, using a product detector or product modulator, ang magiging output dito sa labas ay IC sin omega CT. Ito, linear summer yan. So, dito, ang magiging output ay QC not cosine omega CT. Okay? So again, what does the linear summer do is that it adds the output signals. So, pwede natin siyang sabihin APS output or S of T na lang or the signal output. So, magiging signal output po ay S of T is equal to IC sin omega CT plus QC naught cosine omega CT. Yun. So, ito ang inyong tatandaan. Ayan. Nagets po? Again, remember, ang magiging output po nito dahil siya ay naka-phase shift 90 is sin omega CT. Kung ito po ay magiging negative, so this your output will be equal to cosine omega CT. Hoy, what did you buy? Bread? Magkakameron yan mamaya. Anong tawag dito? Ano lang, bio break or water break 5 minutes.
Nag-aral po kami sa mabuti.
Totoo ba? Okay. So we now have the output signal ST, which is equal to IC sine omega CT plus Q C naught cosine omega CT. Okay. So as I've told you a while ago, we have 8 possible input combinations. Okay. So para mas madali nating matutunan or ma-solve yung ating inputs. Okay, clear ko lang to. Then, isolve natin, isa-isa, yung 8. So, again, ang tanong dyan ay, draw the truth table, constellation diagram, and the phasor diagram. Okay? Start muna tayo dun sa output na S of t is equal to IC sine omega CT plus QC naught cosine omega CT. Okay? So, meron tayong IC, meron tayong QC naught. So, we have 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. So, that is QC naught. Ang Q natin is 0. So, isinat lang natin yung C. So, that is 1. 0, 0. C naught, 0. 1. C naught. So, that is 1. Then, 1. C naught, this is 0. Okay? So, ang output, okay, remember, again, Q and I represents polarity, while C represents the magnitude, which is logic 0, logic 1 is equal to 1.307, logic 0 is 0.541. Okay. Oh, game. So, ang I at C ay 0. So, ang I represents polarity. So, that is negative. Tama? Dahil 0. Ang C ay 0. So, that is 0.541. Nagigets kung saan ang galing?
Yes po.
Yes.
Okay. Again, ang I is 0. So, this is negative. Ang C ay 1. So, that is negative 1.307. Ang I ay 1, so that is positive. Ang C ay 0, so that is 0.541. So I is positive, so this will be positive 1.307. Okay? Sa kabila naman, ang Q ay 0, so that is negative. C naught, so that is, ang C ay 1, so that is 1.307. Ang 0, that is negative. 0, that is 0.541. 1, so that is positive. That is 1, so that is 1.307. At ang I ay positive. Ang Q ay positive. So, ang C ay 0, so that is 0.541. Yun. And we have the signal function S of t is equal to IC sine omega CT plus Q C naught cosine omega CT. Okay. So, isa-isahin natin lahat ng combination from 0, 0, 0 up to 1, 1, 1. Okay? Start tayo kay Q is equal to 0. I is equal to 0 and C is equal to 0. So, ang ating output will be equal to IC 0. Tingin dito. That is negative 0.5 0.541 sine omega CT. Minus, so ang sin natin ay, ang Q ay 0, ang sin natin ay 0. So, dito tayo titingin. So, minus 1.307 cosine omega CT. Nakukuha kung paano ko nakuha yung output?
Yes po.
Okay. Then, ang magiging output, again, we're going to find the value of R. So, the value of R is square root ng x squared plus y squared. R is equal to the square root of negative 0.541 square plus negative negative 1.307 square. So, R is equal to 1.414. Dahil doon sa ating transmitter side, siya ay naka-positive 90, so ang magiging output natin ay in terms of sine. So, this is 1.414 sine omega CT. Then, we're going to find the angle. So, angle, so that is arc tan y over x is equal to arc tan y, again, the value of cosine, so that is negative 1.307 over negative 0.541. Ano po sagot? Pindot, pindot, pindot.
$67.51 po, sir.
Sagot?
67.51.
Sagot po ay negative 112. Negative 112.5. Again, di na naman kayo nakinig. Kapag positive, pag negative po ang x, negative ang y, minus 180 degrees. Kapag negative ang x, positive ang y, plus 180 degrees. Kaya ang sagot po ay 1.414 sine omega CT minus 112.5 degrees. Nakuha?
Yes po.
Okay. So, remove ko lang to. Okay. So, kayo na mag-solve. So, ibibigay ko lang yung output ng linear summer. Isahin natin. So, this is your QIC 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Kuno ng isa. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1.
101 po, sir.
100 tapos 101. Okay. Wala ko ng 101. 101, 110, 111. Okay? Then, ang ating S of t ay IC sin omega CT plus QC naught cosine omega CT. Okay? So, ang output nito ay negative 0.541 sin omega CT minus 1.307 cosine omega CT. Kabila ay negative 1.414 0.307 sine omega CT minus 0.541 cosine omega CT 0.541 sine omega CT minus 1.307 cosine omega CT 1.307 sine omega CT 0.11 minus 0.541 cosine omega CT negative 0.541 sine omega CT plus 1.307 cosine omega CT 101 ay negative 1.307 sine omega CT plus 0.541 cosine omega CT 0.541 sine omega CT plus 1.307 cosine omega CT. And lastly, positive 1.307 sine omega CT plus 0.541 cosine omega CT. Okay? Then, yung magnitude, ang magnitude niyan lahat ay 1.414 hanggang baba. Okay? Then, ang angle po niya, sige, sulat ko na din. This is negative 112.5 degrees, negative 157.5 degrees, negative 67.5 degrees, negative 22.5 degrees, positive 112.5 degrees, positive 157.5 degrees, positive 67.5 degrees, then positive 22.5 degrees. Then, ang magiging output po nito ay 1.414 sine omega CT minus nito. Ito ay ganun din. 1.414 sine omega CT minus nito. Okay? So, kayo nang gumawa nun. Sige, kopya muna. Or take a picture of it.
Sir, pwede pong
Ano?
pabalik mamaya nung itatype ko na lang po.
Ano daw? Ano ka? Choppy ka? Robotic? Ganun? Anong request mo? I-chat mo na lang yung request mo. At hindi maintindihan. Wala, angle na naman. Ulit-ulit na tayo sa angle eh. Angle is equal to ulit-ulit. Arc tan y minus x. O value ng y, value ng x. Magpindot ka kasi sa calculator. Napindot ka ga.
Mamatay buhay nga po yung cellphone ko.
Yan, basta yan. Value ng y, value ng x. Balikan mo yung QPSK. Ganon-ganon din yan. Okay na? Nakapy na? Hello? Pag walang sumagot, i-out ko na to. Kayo na mag-solve ng lahat.
Yes po,
Yes po,
nasulat na
sir.
po.
Nakapin na po.
Kailangan tatakutin pa. Stop share. Okay. O, sige, balikan natin yung angle. Angle. Halimbawa, Q is equal to 0, I is equal to 0, C is equal to 0. Okay? So, magiging output natin, based na sa sinulat ko, is 1.307 sine omega ct minus 0.541 cosine omega ct. To be able to find the angle, so that is angle arctan y over x. So, angle arctan, the value of y, that is negative 0.541 over x, negative 1.307. Okay? Pindot. Anong sagot?
Negative 157 po.
So that is negative, paano sulat? Negative 157.5. Okay, so magtataka, bakit negative na naman? Dahil hindi ka naman nakinig. Dahil siya ay negative x at siya ay negative y, ang coordinates niya ay negative at negative, so siya po ay minus 80 degrees. Kapag po siya ay negative x at positive y ang coordinates, siya po ay plus 180 degrees. Okay? Okay na ba doon sa nagtanong?
Yes po.
Okay.
Salamat po.
Okay. Okay, so na-solve na natin. Kayo na mag-solve nung remaining 6. So para naman may magawa kayo sa buhay. Okay, so isolve na natin yung truth table. Okay, so ang ating 8 PSK truth table. Okay. So the QIC again 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, and 1, 1, 1. Right? Output phase. Mhm. Yeah, sama.
Dapat palinis ko na ito. Mamaya ko lilisin na tago kasi basic.
So, ganyan na naman truth table. So, that is again, ulitin lang natin. Negative 112 degrees, 0.5. Negative 157.5 degrees. Negative 67.5 degrees. Negative 22.5 degrees. Positive 112.5. Positive 157.5 degrees. Positive 67.5 degrees. Then positive 22.5 degrees. Okay? So that is your truth table. Okay? Next. Ang next po ay ang ating constellation diagram. So clear ko lang. So again, when we're dealing with constellation diagram, what you're going to do is to draw imaginary lines. So this is again your positive cosine omega ct, negative sine omega ct, negative cosine omega ct, and this is your positive sine omega ct. Okay? So remember, when you're going to project lines, ito po ay naka-base saan? Sa angle na ng mga nakuha nyo. So meron tayong positive and negative, 22.5. Pagpalagay yung okay? So 167 and 57. Ano ba yan? Same dito. And same dito. Okay. Then, ilalagay nyo din isa-isa yung QIC. O, QIC. So, di ba, nung QIC natin ay positive 22.5. Check nyo lang yung truth table. This 111. Tapos, ilalagay nyo yung linear summer output. So, yung positive 1.307 sine omega ct plus 0.541 cosine omega ct. Okay? So, lahat yan lalagyan nyo. So, QIC, 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 QIC. Send ko na lang yung sagot. Send ko na lang sa GC yung sagot. Kaya sa mahirapan ako mag-drawing. Anong pangalan na ito? GF. Okay? So, sinend ko na sa GC yung phasor diagram. Okay? Clear ko lang to. And when we're dealing with constellation diagram, so again, imaginary lines. So again, that is negative sine omega ct, positive sine omega ct, cosine omega CT, then negative cosine omega CT. Okay? Tapos, so again, based pa din sa angle, ilalagay nyo yung kanilang points. So that is pantay, 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 pantay. Okay? Then ilagay nyo yung kanilang tri-bits. 110, 111, 011, 010, 000, 001, 110, 100. Okay? So, yan ang iyong constellation. That is letter C. So, that is your constellation. Constellation diagram. Okay? So take a picture of it or a snapshot. Okay. So any more questions? May question? May clarification?
Sir,
Yes, yes.
yun pong may lines, yun po ay yung phasor diagram po.
Yes.
Tapos po pang tildok lang ay yung constellation diagram.
Yes.
Sige, thank you po.
Question pa? Question? Okay, kung wala na, bye. Thank you so much.
Thank you po.
Thank you po, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you po, sir.
Thank you po, sir.
Thank you po.
Thank you.
Thank you po.